Hi guys! Welcome to the first ever episode of Twos and O's. We are so glad to have you on board. Thank you so much for watching. We cannot do this without you. Not at all. Before we begin the episode, well, just a quick reminder, if you're watching of Twos and O's for the first time, well, this being our first video ever, click the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you get notified each time we post a new video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. Hey, we are still learning the phrases people use out there because we are new on YouTube. If you're already subscribed to Of Twos and O's, thank you so much. Kindly leave your comment down below and I hope you enjoy our first episode. Karibuni tena. So my name is Nelly
and I'm Dama.
And Of Twos and O's, kwa wenye hawajui, is basically a podcast that discusses issues to do with 20s. But this does not mean that my content is necessarily limited to people who are 20 peke yake. Apana, you can be below, bora uko above 18, because I'm sure we'll be saying some nasty shit along the way. Bora uko too above 18. You're old enough to be an audience.
Yeah. Even if you're 50.
50, 103. Apana, we could really use some wisdom, by the way. Kabisa. Of Twos and O's is coming to you from Mukuru Kayaba. Najua mnajuanga Mukuru kwa Njenga, mnajua Mukuru kwa Robin.
Kwa Ruben.
Mukuru kwa Ruben. Na the other Mukurus. But have you heard of the great Mukuru Kayaba kweli?
This is the fancy ghetto.
Yeah, the fancy ghetto. I mean, we might not be fancy ourselves, but our fancy is ghetto.
Yeah.
So big up to everyone from Mukuru Kayaba who is watching this. Thank you so much, homie. Let's begin. So Leo, being our first episode, tumeona to base it around relationships. This mapenzi. Love. And love is a beautiful thing. Love is a good feeling.
Love is a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing. It's a blessing to be in love. It's actually one of the best things that could ever happen to someone. Lakini Dama, as much as tunaongeleanga mapenzi, people forget about the other aspect of love. Tunaforgettingi aspect ya love yenye ni tolerance. For those who don't know what tolerance is, I'll simply define with this definition I stole from Google. Please don't think I'm smart. But tolerance is simply the ability or willingness to condone the existence of opinions or behaviors that you disagree with or you dislike. Simple, ni seeing your partner doing something you don't like or you don't agree with, but you don't call them out for it, you don't leave them for that, you tolerate it. Yeah, unaivumilia tu. Simple.
Unavumiliana nayo.
Ile nye tunasemanga ati ni kuvumiliana. Yani tule tu habit tudogo unaonanga kwa chali yako ama manzi yako. But because you guys have made a lifetime commitment, or rather a commitment to each other, huwezi sema kitu. Unavumilia tu nayo. Tolerance inaenda two ways, ndio Dama?
Yeah, it goes two ways. Lazima wewe ukue na nini, you have my back, then I have
your back. You tolerate me, I tolerate you. Because kila mtu akona kale ka character kadogo. We are going to discuss some of those things. Na hii topic, by the way, is inspired by Dama. Okay, Dama. So tell us, why do we need tolerance in a relationship? Mbona utolerate chali yako?
Well, tolerance, mi venye naielewa, ni ile, si ati unamchukia ama nini, as in you love him and you unampenda ile enough kutolerate hizo vitu zenye anafanya, si ndio?
Exactly.
So to me I think it's important, juu bila hiyo I guess tutaachana tu sana. Kama huwezi tolerate msee, hautakana yeye.
Kama huwezi tolerate msee, huwezi kana yeye. Tolerance inasaidia ku ease pressure kwa relationship. The pressure caused by arguments, the pressure caused by mistakes. Unaona tu yenyewe kitu inakuboo, but because there is that art of tolerance, una learn tu kuifungia macho.
Una put up with it
kabisa. Relationship haiwezi kuwa bila tolerance.
I guess tolerance iko hapo juu.
Iko hapo na love. So Tolerance also inatusaidia, it helps you understand that you and your partner are two different people. Sindio? It helps us understand that wewe na mimi ni watu different sana,
and we have very different characters.
Very different characters, very different ambitions, very different ways in which we were brought up. The only thing that binds us together, that helps us put up with each other, is tolerance. And the love and the tolerance. Rusungu inanitoa jasho. So Dama, I am going to ask you a question. What is the worst habit you've ever had to put up with in a relationship na chali yako? Any of the boyfriends you've had? I know there are plenty. Just kidding.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like you to share with us nini ushai have kutolerate kwa chali yako ama one of the many chalis
main. It's actually me, I had to tolerate kuwacha vitu everywhere. Like I could just clean the house. Alafu msee tu umemuinvite ama ametoka tu na huko, alafu anakuja anaharibu kila kitu. Ana-identify everything. Akitoa jacket ataitupa pale, akichukua kikombe ataiacha pale, anataka nini. But sasa juu ni mapenzi, huwezi sema nothing.
Una have kutolerate.
Inabidi tu umenyamaza.
No, tabia ni common sana kwa majango by the way. Majango rada ni gani? Okay, majango plus mimi.
Rada ni gani wadau?
Okay, let me speak on behalf of we that leave our stuff everywhere. Okay, when I'm alone, mi si mindingi. Like, unatoa handbag, unatupa pale, unatoa nini, unatupa pale. Well, basically, okay, there's no excuse for that. Ako tu nikatabia. Nikatabia tu kamse. Lakini kaneza toleratiwa, kaneza correctiwa pia.
Kaneza correctiwa vizuri sana.
Exactly. So that is the worst thing you've ever had to put up with. Dama umeshatuambia kama kuacha nguo everywhere. So this guy would come in, the house is clean, and he'd just leave his clothes everywhere.
Okay. Viatu pale hivyo kwa mlango, manguo hapa hivi chini. As in you'll have to do everything again. Okay. It's just a small thing, but anyway, it annoys.
It's annoying to people who like having neat space. You know, I actually, speaking as someone mwenye niko na hiyo tabia, well, trying to improve on the same. Please msiogope kunikatia na improve. Trying to improve on the same. I had a guy. Okay, huyo ni kind of alikuwa perfectionist. Huyo, unajua kuna ile kitu mse ataacha uone, like, have you watched Karate Kid? The way that kama mama anaambianga kale kijana pick up your jacket, akitoka nje kingewa pick up your jacket. Kuna ile where you just leave something there. Yani ni kitu tu hata unajua tu vizuri haifai kuko hapo but unaacha. But kuna ile pia I could just take off my jacket and put it on the couch, which isn't so much of a big deal. Naweza toa tu jacket yangu nirushe hapo, but you find kuna wale perfectionist kuna wale perfectionist
wale wanataka kila kitu ikuwe neat,
everything is in its place, kila kitu ikuwe, they are overly neat. Au pia tutawaongelea siku nyingine. So Dama, did you find that annoying because when you perfectionist, ama did you find it annoying because you like having a neat space?
Not really. Wewe unanijua. I was just annoyed because madawa nimengangana nimeosha, nimengangana nimetengeneza, alafu nakuja una-identify. Sasa ile mimi ni perfectionist, ile tu. Nimemaliza kutengeneza wewe.
Wewe bana mimi sasa kutengeneza. Mpaka kesho tena. Yeah, I get. Do I have a bad habit I've had to put up with? Yes, I actually have one. So there's this time, I won't say whether it's in my current relationship, ama ni ya kitambo, ama mimi sitaki kuachwa. Nataki maneno. Okay, I had to put up there's an ex whose habit I actually found annoying, ni kutafuna na nguvu. Whatever it is you are eating, ikue githeri, ikue pizza, ikue nini, the chews were ever loud,
and the way it's irritating.
It was irritating. It was irritating, by the way. You'd go somewhere, mko out, and the whole time lazima chew na kama amefungwa mdomo.
Lazima.
Yeah, as in me, I think that is the worst thing I've ever had to tolerate in someone. But because I liked this guy, I eventually learned to live with it. I actually learned to live with it. Kuna tule tutabia fine, unaweza jaribu kuongelesha msee awache, but kuna ile unafikanga mahali unajua tu this is a lost cause and this is this is what I need for, I signed up for, so I might as just as well
accept it.
Yeah, actually speaking of tolerance na kucorrect msee kwa relationship, you know, kuna kutolerate, let's not contradict tafadhali. Tolerance is a key to understanding, and understanding is the force that actually holds you idiots together in a relationship. But let's not confuse tolerance for weakness. So tolerating doesn't really mean you're losing. It doesn't mean you're losing ati sasa we ni mnyonge, because some people out there dama wanaweza confuse tolerance ni kama we ni mnyonge ama wewe umekaliwa. Actually most majangoni monge na wako na kale ka ujinga ka kudefine everything including tolerance na kukaliwa. Hiyo ni kukaliwa, uski. No,
si kukaliwa.
Tolerance si kukaliwa. And respectfully, tolerance is the only thing that allows you to actually, you know, kill your selfishness without killing your self-esteem. Umenielewa dama?
Yeah, nimekuelewa.
Una kill selfishness yako,
but you kill
selfishness is that act of thinking of yourself, putting yourself first.
So you are putting someone else first.
Una consider nini za mtu mwingine. You learn to acknowledge where, okay, fine, I don't like it, I'm not nini for this, but because you actually like someone, you just close your eyes to the character.
Kuna watu wako hivyo, so just deal with it.
Na wewe pia unafaa ujue hakuna mse yako perfect, wewe pia unatoleratiwa.
Pia uko na maflaws zako.
Tolerance also doesn't mean I am agreeing with whatever you are doing. I am simply respecting it. Let's get that straight. Please. Sikubali.
Lakini nimeheshimu.
Okay, I didn't agree with the way, wacha tu niseme kweli, kinyajui, I did not agree with the way you used to I don't agree with the way you used to chew.
But truly tolerate.
Disclaimer, some names have been distorted in this content for the sake of dignity
and privacy.
Okay, I didn't agree with the guy who used to chew. You didn't agree with the way he used to leave his clothes around.
Yeah,
but you just put up with it. Tolerance actually is mostly about tolerating the person themselves. Yeah. I am going to read a list of habits, a list of small habits, and Dama, you will tell me whether you can tolerate that or not. Okay. Sawa. Okay, if you can't tolerate it, unasema pass. Unasema pass. If you can tolerate it, you say maybe. Sawa. Okay. Number 1. Would you tolerate a guy who dictates how things needs to be done around the house?
Pass. No.
Ata mimi pass.
Pass.
I would not tolerate someone who dictates how things need to be done around the house.
No.
Okay, it's a meet me halfway thing. Sindo?
Yeah.
Kama kwa relationship ni compromise. Meet me halfway. Wewe fanya venye uko na, you have a certain way.
Uko na right ya kufanya vitu zako venye unafanya. Na mimi niko na right za kufanya zangu. So,
meet me halfway.
Yes, I'll do what you want a little bit, but not usinini hivyo sana.
Si dictatorship in relationship. So that's a clean pass.
That's a pass.
That's a pass. Toa huyo mtu nje. Haya, there's drinking from cartons or jugs.
Maybe. Najijua pia katabia. So, it's a
pass bana.
So it's a maybe.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's a maybe.
It's a maybe.
Okay, it's a maybe. Ata me, it's a maybe.
It's a maybe.
Number 3. Leaves hair from either shaving or doing quick trims over the bathroom sink or the floor.
Pass.
Fucking pass.
Pass.
Pass kabisa.
Pass.
Okay. Wacha tu niombe kweli. Ghetto hakuna sink.
Bana.
So we don't have to worry about the sink. Lakini hata kama dama, I have been to places where I've seen hair in the sink and it's outright gross. Disgusting. It is gross.
No.
Leaving hair on the floor, leaving hair on the sink, it's just disgusting.
It's a pass.
That's a clean pass. That's a clean pass. By the way, let me know down in the comments whether you agree with this.
Yeah.
Kuna vitu tu zinasinya kwa chini. Nywele. Vitu vingine ni tissue. kuacha chini ama kuacha kwa sink. Aki it's outright disgusting. It is very disgusting. It is disgusting. Hata kwa mfuko basi uende utupe huko nje kama kuna, if you can't access a bin, if you can't flush it, if you can't just stuff it somewhere utoe hapo. Kitu ingine, cotton wool. I'm telling you, these things are so gross.
Very gross.
These things are so gross. The next habit is arrives late to everything with no excuse or apology.
Pass. Let me just pass. That's a pass.
Me, I'll give it a maybe.
I'll give it a pass.
Arriving late in itself ni tabia mbaya.
Sindio?
It's just rude, it's disrespectful to arrive somewhere late.
Alafu hauna hata
hauna apology. Sasa
hauna hata
excuse. What makes it a pass ni hiyo sasa without an excuse or an apology.
Give me even the flimsiest
of excuses. Thank you. Hata niambie kuna jam. Na ni Sunday hakuna jam. But tell me,
niambie kuna jam.
You know, when you try to apologize, at least una consider nyu mse amekaa hapa mpaka ningoja for that long. The fact that you are actually the reason why something delayed kuanza at the time it should have started, you owe everyone an apology. Clothes are taken off and thrown on the floor.
Maybe.
The only reason she's giving this a maybe is because she's had someone who was doing the same.
Yeah, true.
The next one is chewing loudly or talking with food in the mouth.
Pass. Talking with the food and the mouth. Alafu akutemee. No. It's a pass. We can't.
Due to unavoidable circumstances, I'll give it a maybe. But then it's bad manners.
Alafu you will just concentrate kwa hiyo mdomo.
Hiyo ni bad.
Unakuanga tu umeconcentrate.
Okay, as much as we said tukianza hii show ati hakuna mse perfect, fine, lakini vitu zingine ni manners tu.
Vitu zingine ni manners tu.
Kwa tu considerate. Meza chakula brother alafu uongee.
Hiyo story hakuna mali.
Hizo ni vitu tulikuwa tunafanyanga high school kurudi nyuma huko. Aya. Clipping nails while in bed.
I'll give it a maybe.
Maybe. Hata me I'll give it
I'll give it a maybe.
Kukata makucha kiwa kwa kitanda. Okay, I know it's a habit that most of us do. But ukishafanya hivyo tafadhali.
Blanketi una nini
kwanza? Tafadhali.
Ndio mtu asi.
Tafadhali. Bana unalala unasikia.
Na wewe kanadunganga uchungu.
Unapata ni guma kucha. Kwanza ya toe.
Ni kubwa kwanza.
And if you are endowed with toes like me, Mungu alininyima height. Akanipea tu. So wherever you clip your nails from, just make sure you leave the place clean after ushamaliza. So okay, that's a minor issue. So we'll give it a maybe. Constantly looking at the phone, especially when spending quality time.
I'll give it a pass because I'm a jealous person.
Yeah, me too.
Just give it a pass because I'm a jealous person.
Yeah. Quality time in its definition ni ya nini? Quality time ni time to set aside ni mimi na wewe. You know, it really shows you care. Ukiacha tu affairs zako za hiyo simu tu,
and just
focus na mimi.
Kama mimi nimeacha vitu zangu. Si ati mimi sina watu wa kuongea na yeye kwa simu. I've left mine and I'm talking with you. Why can't you do the same?
That's a maybe to me, but
to me it's a pass.
Okay. Okay. So the last thing we're going to talk about is how to cope with those bad habits. One, the first rule, the first thing you must know, Dama, is to determine who's the actual annoyance. Because most of the time una call out partner wako not because ati anafanya hizi vitu. Maybe sometimes people call people out on things because they're actually stressed. Okay, which is something I've done even to you, Dama. I am so sorry. Let me apologize on live YouTube. So this time you're not calling out the person on whatever they are doing. You're calling them out because wewe uko na stress zako.
As in you're just venting out your anger.
You're just venting out your anger and you're using it as a medium. So those annoying habits are not an excuse for you to finally open up and erupt. Apana. ufai kuongea time umejam. Ongea tu saa zile
uko sawa.
Number 2, look at the situation from your partner's point of view. I chew like this because that is how I was brought up. Yeah.
That's the way I know how
That
to
is the
chew.
way I know how to chew. Okay, Mimi, honestly, the way I chew, the proper way I chew is all credit to my mom. Because kama si hizo makofi za mdomo pia mimi ningekuwa tu na chew vibaya.
Ukweli.
So no.
So sometimes hiyo credit mamangu.
Exactly. Kama si hizo makofi tuko unapewa, hatungekuwa tuna chew fiti sahi. So sometimes it's just good ku acknowledge the fact that
mtu wako hivyo.
Kujieka kwa shoe ya mtu, kujieka kwa position ya mse. Number 3, make sure you have a conversation when your partner is receptive. Usingoje niko na stress zangu moro kuja kunisomea venye na chew.
Obviously you'll erupt. Mtu yoyote atatu.
Ngoja saa zile nimetulia alafu sasa uniambie.
Like make it a peaceful conversation.
Make it a peaceful conversation, no? Alafu avoid tactics like the silent treatment. Avoid tactics like acha kunyamaza ti mtu ajijazie. Hizo ndo vitu tunasema.
Ukinyamaza, me personally I'll just let you be. Sita concentrate na hiyo shida yako.
You don't know, I won't know ni nini na kusumbua.
So mimi assume ni shida zako za kazi ama ni vitu zingine. So I won't deal with it.
We've come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you so much kunivumilia. I have noticed towards the end of our show nilikuwa na njugu kwa meno.
Thank you so much for listening to us. I hope you'll comment,
I'm sorry
like.
for the bad laughter. Walai nimenotice nilikuwa na njugu kwa meno and bana jo hiki tu inahitaji energy. Basi si rahisi kusimama mbele ya kamera useme hizi vitu zote. Sometimes njoti uokolea bana. So that is what I had to do. So thank you so much for putting up with the groundnut nini in my. Nisione kwa comments. Thank you so much for having joined us. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to share.
We are so excited about this.
Yeah.
Please
don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that every time tuna post video moto kutoka Mukurute na unaweza ambiwa. Take care, remember to drink water and mind your own freaking business. Until next time. Bye.